Jordan. I go to McCallum.
Your boy Dejan, and I'm finna start going to Garza.
I'm Colleen, I go to Maynard and Tech. I'm Cameron, I go to Maynard High.
Before we came over here on set to have the discussion, we watched a couple of music videos, various artists that they said were the most popular artists today, and we threw out a couple of them. There were some that we maybe didn't get to touch on, but the ones that we did, we're going to start kind of from there to start the discussion. So, what did you guys think of the videos that we watched? Anyone want to start? Like, what are some viewpoints? What do you think? Like, what did you...
I think as of lately, what's been capturing me in videos is, you know, I ain't gonna lie, they be throwing out some really good looking girls, and you know, they beats be real killing. So I think nowadays that's the only thing that can capture my attention.
Okay. So the only thing that mostly in popular music that captures your attention right now are the beats and the women. Yeah? Okay.
A lot of videos try to make the artists seem bigger than life, like movie stars. Like they try to make it seem like a feature film every video that comes up.
Okay. All right. Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Yeah, it's a bit of both.
Okay, hold that thought. Why did you say bad?
Bad because kids try to live out or set goals to be what they see in the videos.
Okay, okay. We have one more. Bad.
Yeah,
Why?
same thing.
Same thing? Okay. And why do you say both?
Well, kind of also what he said, you know, some people try to make that their goal, but then also, I'm not going to say it's a bad thing, they're just flaunt off the money that they got or whatever. So, I mean, you do what you want to do with your money. Hey, that's your money. Yeah, ain't nobody going to tell you how to spend it.
It's also good from the artist point because, like, the more people that watch it, like, the more they can get their names out there or whatever, get the more money because everybody likes to see flashy things, and the more people are drawn to that, the better it will be for the artist.
I see you, Joe. Go ahead.
Also, when you say like, I heard like they said that could be like a goal, which is could be a bad thing, but at the same thing not, because goals always change, and you know that can just start off when they go and it can change into something else, and not always gonna be exactly what they see in the video.
Okay. Did you have something?
Yeah, well, it's also bad because not on not saying that saying that they set goals to people they see in the video, but also like
It's all right. We'll come back to you. We'll come back to you. So, do y'all want to add anything? I'll always be checking with y'all, and if not yet, just we can keep moving.
Yeah. Well, I think that it can be a good thing, and I think it depends on what it's used for. I think when we're talking about making videos that are now like feature films, that means better production value. Like, if we as artists can take something away from that, but maybe change the theme, which probably we should lead into that next. Like, what were the themes that y'all picked up? Now, if the themes were different than the themes that y'all saw in the videos, wouldn't a feature film be maybe something to aspire to? Like, maybe themes of triumph or overcoming adversity, something like that. But you still keep the production value. You still have good-looking people. You still have, things that we want to aspire to, but maybe not the negativity that comes along with what we saw in the room.
That's true. For our viewers at home, we watched 3 videos and we saw pretty much the same theme. Can you throw out for our viewers what were the themes that we saw consistently throughout the videos? Something that you saw across the board with all 3 videos. You saw jewelry. Okay.
I saw references to guns.
Guns. A lot of references to guns. Okay.
A lot of them had fangs. A lot of women had fangs.
A lot of women had fangs, and people had fangs. A lot of devilish type stuff. Okay. A lot of demonic references. Okay. Anything else?
Like they were saying how to flaunt their money.
Okay.
There was sex and gun violence.
Sex and gun violence. What did you notice about the women? Like, how were the women portrayed in all 3 videos?
It was kind of like degrading, and they were all dressing like scandalous and stuff. Like, they didn't have a lot of clothes on.
That's for sure, right? Okay. All right. How are some other ways that women were portrayed? Do you mind me asking you, what did you see? How were the women portrayed in your eyes?
I mean, they don't talk good about them. Like, most of the time when they talk about women, they just like talk like bad things about them. Like, things I wouldn't like somebody to call me or stuff like that.
So she said that they talk bad about the women and they say things about women that I don't want anyone to talk about me. But a lot of women dance to it. They're like, that's my song. That's my song. That's okay. What did you see when you looked at the music? How did you perceive women? They were disrespected? Did you feel the same way?
Yes, ma'am.
You want to add anything to what you saw?
They got bashed a lot.
Okay. Okay. Any other people? Yeah.
Oh, man, but it seemed like half the women we saw in about, what, 3 or 4 music videos, half were fanged and the other half were dead.
Yeah. You know, the last video.
And only one spoke, and that was Nicki Minaj. And once we get past the themes and just discussing what themes there were, which I want to point out too, there was one positive theme that we saw, which was they all discussed greatness or achieving, being successful, being on top. But once we actually discuss the themes, I want to ask a question.
Okay. When are you ready to ask this question?
I can ask it now, but I don't know if we've covered all the themes.
Have we covered? We
I
have.
saw
You saw some greatness to wanting to get somewhere, be something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also,
Okay.
the camera angles, like in the first video.
Here
like,
we
how
go,
Lil Wayne- I'm sorry.
artists. No, that's all right. We're artists. We
Right.
understand the struggle.
Lil Wayne and Rick Ross, like when they were spitting, like Lil Wayne, he had like everything in the background was flushed out, and it was just light on him.
Mhm.
Like they were showing him as this great thing that
Mhm.
some people would try to aspire. And when Rick Ross, when he first started rapping, they had him like they had the camera angle low, and that always represents power. So they had him like in a position of power.
See, these are things that artistic people key in on. Most people with the average eye, they don't understand. Like people with artistic vision, they begin to see these things at the camera angle. And the reason why you guys see it is because that's what's in you. That's what's in you to be. And so we appreciate those views because we all have different ways of seeing things. So sharing them with us gives us a way of looking at it that we didn't see before. So I appreciate that insight. Were there any other things before we go to Mr. Bavu Blakes' question? Things we had, so y'all said misogyny. Misogyny means degradation of women. You said gun violence. You said jewelry. You said a lot of death, money, things, demonic. You said sex. Oh, prison, right? We saw a lot of
Jail,
references
death,
in jail and prison.
Death, drugs.
We never said foul language though. We just like kind of missed that. But yeah,
That's
that's
not a
nothing
theme.
to anybody. Yeah, all right. So anything else? Anything else?
I heard some poverty, like, you know, people talking about kind of where they came from,
Yeah.
rags to riches.
Okay.
Yeah.
Call and collect from jail.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So Mr. Blake.
Well, my question, because again, the film guys over here who were talking camera angles and lighting and things like that, one of the first things that Jordan said was that in these videos they're portrayed like major motion pictures, like they're big superstars. So what I wanted to ask is, when we think about the major motion pictures that we've seen, all the movies we've seen, are the themes in these videos different from the themes in most movies that we watch? Or are those themes the same? Is there some intersection? Some of it's the same, some of it's different? Think about the most popular movies you know, and I'm wondering, when y'all think about movies, since these guys are being portrayed like movie stars or big time stars, are they do these themes, are they associated with the film industry, which is obviously bigger than the music industry, or are these themes specific to like only rap?
I would say
Let's talk loudly, everybody. Go ahead, go
Okay.
ahead. I know we're supposed to be giving the signal, so I'm learning how to do that as well. So go ahead.
I feel like some movies can like correlate with what rappers are talking about, because a lot of rappers refer to things that they've seen in like gangster movies. Like that's the biggest thing I get when I listen to people like Lil Wayne and all that. Like all the violence and drugs, all the stuff they glorify is also glorified in those movies. So like certain movies can correlate with the music, but then, yeah.
Yeah. What made me ask you, by the way, is I know the zombies and the vampires and stuff is huge.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, maybe that's why all the women have fangs and they're all dead and stuff. It's because we live in an era of zombies and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
But y'all gotta let me know, because
I feel like it's something way different than that. Like I think it means something completely different. it's not even like, cause some of the videos weren't even like, they were made like a couple of years ago when zombies and stuff wasn't even like that big. And they still had like that stuff in the videos. I'm pretty sure it's something totally different.
Go
I
ahead.
think it's like some kind of Illuminati type thing.
Okay. Y'all laugh, but we're gonna throw out a lot of theories out there, and there's gonna be some that are say Illuminati, and some people are gonna say it's a lot of other things, and we are gonna touch base on that. So go ahead and press pause. I appreciate you for being bold enough to throw something out there that a lot of people believe as well. So we're gonna keep that for a later part. We're gonna come to that. We're gonna have a lot of various reasons of why we think certain things, and we're gonna come back to that. So I appreciate you throwing that out there. So Mr. Blakes pulls out some really, really good, ideas about the movies and then music. Is there a difference between the nature of a movie and the nature of music? Is there a difference between movies and music?